It's the Sue Ann Show. Sue Ann Show. Sue Ann Show.
Of Hourish show.
I'm not going to count it. It's now 11:33. Let's aim for about 12, 10 past 12 at the latest. Is that okay for everybody?
But if it's comedy gold, we have one with him called Baron.
Why? Because it's so rare.
No, because
But if it's called Comedy Silver,
we
call it today.
And comedy, what about comedy platinum?
Comedy Copper, then it's Jack.
Yeah, comedy platinum. We'll all go to the pub. And you're in the room.
hello, Sue Collins.
Hello, Uncle G. Good morning. I haven't
morning.
seen you in ages.
Oh, well, you did see.
Well, we did see each other at your sister's dog's funeral, which was it's amazing. It's so sad. How is Una?
So just to fill in listeners, my sister had a beautiful rescue dog called Patch, and she had him for 14 years, and he was just shy of 16 years of age. And he just was getting, age was really kicking in, and then he suddenly got very ill. And one of her friends said he probably had a stroke because he started walking sideways and he was staying up all night, yowling, barking, panting. And she really tried to keep him going, but his back legs went completely. And we had him put down on Saturday.
Oh.
Yeah.
So we all gathered in Una's garden, and we
yeah.
buried him, and she planted a lovely tree,
Your cherry tree.
cherry tree. And there was
There
a
was-
poem, and we sang a song.
She had written a song. She adored Patch. She had
Yeah.
written a song to the tune of That's Entertainment, and it was That's My Patch. And so my memory of the afternoon that I really love is everybody, for the instrumental, they go, woof, 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 woof,
It's
woof,
great.
and the garden full of people singing that. And I just saw a guy's head passing the hedge, kind of looking in with a big smile. And it was a lovely moment, and we all threw a little dog treat into the grave.
And then my dog came. Paddy came to woof goodbye. They didn't really get on. They tolerated each other, but they knew each other, and it was so nice to have some dogs there.
It's amazing how the death of a dog hits you. Like Una is-
Paddy was like the dog that comes to the funeral because he knows there's points at it.
Well, there wasn't going to be quality treats at this. Yeah, he's one of those funeral crashers. He's always at funerals.
There was a little dog who tried to jump into the grave because it was full
I
of treats.
know. I was going, oh no. Yeah.
It was wonderful, but it's funny talking to people like Una is in bits, and her work has been so understanding because there's dog lovers in there, so they get it. Because she's really grief stricken. She organised her whole life around that.
I know.
She absolutely adored.
But he was her Bessie, and she's lived on her own.
Yeah, and sometimes I'd let myself into her house and I would hear her in the kitchen talking to him as she cooked him a special dinner.
Yeah.
She used to make him sometimes rice and chicken until she decided chicken wasn't too good for his tummy. But she'd be there going, oh, you're looking for... She'd be there having a big chat to him, and he'd be standing looking at her. Their connection was spiritual.
Yeah.
And when the medication kicked in and he was just gone, I'll keep replaying that in my mind. It's a real shocking moment.
Yeah.
It's one of those moments in life that makes you, like, it explodes the whole perspective, and you go, what's it all about? And I was saying to Una, one of the big things is the sense of all those years with Patch and having Patch there, it's over.
Yes.
It's over. It's
Yeah.
finished. And it's very hard to get the head around that.
Yeah, I came with a friend of mine to when she had to have her dog put down.
Yeah.
And she asked me to come. She was in bits. And she
You were
asked me
there?
to come. I was there. But honestly, that little dog was looking up at her. And I'll never forget it. He just was looking up at her going, it's okay. And the eyes were saying to her, it's okay, it's time to go. I'm ready to go. It's fine. I know what's happening. It's time. The dog was 15 or 16. But my God, I see it with my own dog. I see it with Faith and the dog Patty. They're bessies. They really have.
But there's something about the look that you get from a dog and the honesty of the relationship and the joy Patch would express when he saw you.
Yeah.
And I guess when things slowed down career-wise for me for a while, I spent a lot of time with him, just walking along the canal. And I really went into dog time a bit. So
they're just amazing creatures, and I'm always really wary of people who don't like dogs.
Well, I was talking to someone and I was trying to explain what it was going through. And, yeah, and we're all in grief. And she went, he was just a dog. She just doesn't get it at all.
To actually see, for someone to say that, I just find so odd. I know somebody in the family who doesn't like dogs. Actually, I know two people who tried to like dogs and tried to get a dog, and both of them, both families, had a terrible time with the dogs. The dogs were really aggressive and it didn't work out. And they sensed it.
Yeah, but see, some people have had terrible trouble with dogs. I mean, my mother hated dogs and they had yard dogs, but she would be bitten by dogs as a kid and it just trauma stayed.
I was bitten by dogs. I mean, our own.
No, so was I.
Our own Rex growing up, but he was a working dog. And
it was the job of dogs when we were kids to bite children.
I met Sorka Flanagan and we were laughing about this, that if a dog bit you when you were a kid, it's like, what did you do?
Oh, yeah.
What did you...
Yeah.
Our dog Rex bit Una in the face and also nearly took the face off my Auntie Mary, who was a big dog lover and had loads of pets, and put her face down and he nearly took the face off her. He wasn't put down. It was like, that's Rex.
I don't think you did put the. I think we had a dog who was really touchy, a really tricky dog, and he bit my sister. He knocked her over. I'll never forget it because I was 12 and she was 2, and he actually got up. She was, doing that to his back, pulling his tail or whatever, and he got up on his hind legs, and he tipped her over, so he'd get a better bite on the face. And she still has scars here. My sister.
Was he put down?
No, but he was sent to another family. He was sent to friends of my mother.
Yeah.
And they had a big garden in Wicklow, a big house in Wicklow, and he went, oh, you can run around. He wasn't the right type of dog.
But Sorka told me a funny story. We were talking about how different dogs were treated, and she was saying she was a kid. She was at her uncle's house, and her uncle wasn't there. They were in the garden with the dog, and the dog had apparently killed a neighbour's sheep. But the neighbouring farmer just came in with a shotgun and shot the dog in the head in front of the kids and just walked off and went, he killed my sheep. And then the uncle came home and the dog was still kind of alive. And they would you take him to the vet? Should we take him to the vet? And he went, no, it's been shot in the head. And he just put another shot. And she was going, it's not only the way, everything was the kid's fault. It was like they were so traumatized. An animal was shot in front of them.
Yeah.
But it was a different attitude, yeah.
And it depends on, as you were saying, Paul, how you were brought up with the dogs. Because I have a brother-in-law who was brought up with dogs. They were outdoor dogs. They were outside all the time. So he just doesn't have the same connection with that domestic thing where they sleep in the bed or Paddy's always up in our bed. And
I would be the same. I wouldn't be a fan of that. But when we were kids, we had friends with dogs, so we'd all go for walks together to be us and 2 or 3 dogs hanging out with us for the day. And there was an uncle of mine had a dog, and he used to hang around with everybody. If you'd see him, he'd go for a walk with you.
Yeah.
I'm coming,
Yeah, but where are you off to?
Yeah, because dogs can have such, they just tune in and fit in and they're great.
Yeah.
And also, another thing is, if Una's ever down or not well or coughing or anything, Patch used to come in, like if she was in bed sick or anything, he would come in and he would crawl right up, looking at her face, checking, are you okay? Are you okay, Mummy?
Yeah, I know. They're amazing.
So it's
Dr. Patch.
It's going to take her a while. It's going to take a while.
And
we're there for her.
I'm already excited about the new dog she's going to get.
I think
I
she's
know
going to
she's
take a
not-
while. You
she's
know, her
not
friend
there yet.
said that was her first pet dog, and her friend Karina our boss in Holland said the first love, the first cut was the deepest with your first dog. She said your first dog is the most painful losing.
I mean, I was in Oscar Square where we take the dogs the other day, and I was just talking to this couple, they complete strangers, I'd never met them. And they were, oh, Patty's 10, and this is, Ned, he's 5, whatever. And the woman just said to me, and of course we did have Maisie, but Maisie left us in January, and the man had to turn away and walk off because he started crying. And I was going, oh, she was going, oh, you can't mention her, you can't mention the name. He was so grief-stricken. He was this man in his 60s, just so crying.
Did you know Maisie?
No, I didn't really, I'd never met them. But I mean, I totally got it.
Yeah, I totally get it. And when I think about him, I get very upset. It's going a bit now, but
Yeah.
And I just keep playing about that moment. It's little life left.
So we said we'd have a good cry and a good laugh in in each episode. So that's the crying bit.
That's the crying. Yeah.
I'm wrecked.
Oh yeah,
I'm wrecked and I'm limping
because you are
because I took part in a play that is 8 shows a week and very physical. And I have to say, at certain points in the show, I was going, am I going to be, will my body be able to do this? Because we've 4 more weeks to go, 5 more weeks.
I've seen it, and you are absolutely amazing in it. And
Thank you.
You've about 4 really chunky roles in it. You play the teacher, the woman in the bar is a really nice bit. And what are the other bits that really?
Well, it's Poor by Katrina Sullivan. The book was by Katrina Sullivan and the adaptations by Sonia Kelly and
our old pal from comedy.
Our old pal. But yeah, I get to play Mrs. Arkinson, which was a teacher of, a lot of people would know the story by now. Katrina grew up in Coventry with a family addiction, a really tough upbringing, and along the way, certain people really helped her. A teacher called Mr. Pickering, another teacher, primary school teacher called Mrs. Arkinson, and I get to play her.
Oh, you
and that was
she Irish?
Yeah, it was so important for Katrina that was portrayed in the right way, because it's a scene where she teaches her how to wash herself. So she got her fresh underwear in the morning in school because she used to wet the bed and her parents were in addiction, so there was a lot of neglect, and she used to come into school and get bullied.
The way you play her is just, I'm always in awe of actors who can do that they just have this moment and they create a whole world, and you do that, and you do it, and that in my memory of seeing it on the opening night was you do 4 times. There's that great turn in the therapist.
There's a nun, Mary. She was a nun. Yeah, and that's when she opens up, and there's her first experience of talk therapy, where she actually names what happened to her.
They're wonderful, positive characters, and there's one other bit you do.
I play another character called Audrey, which was a really good mate of hers from AA, who used to say, "Your brain's too born. What are you doing here?" Brain's too born.
Yeah. So the range of everything you're playing is really.
And then there's a woman on when they move from England to Ireland, and there's a woman on the boat where she's just drunk and she's in her drinking days, and that message there is, she just latched on to barflies, and it really but it's a bit of a turn as well, because Sonia was saying, we need a laugh.
Yeah, I love all your movement too. You've a lovely little skippy step to you. That's kind of like a child the way you move. There's one bit where you're moving off stage and you just throw in a skip. And it's just, I love details like that. It just comes from experience. It just creates a little motion and detail that it's so quirky. You go, do you know what? There's one bit just when you're leaving and you do this skip.
I think it's the Trinity Kids, yeah. But it's so physical because we have to lift Aisling, who plays Katrina, Aisling O'Mara, and there's There are 4 of us doing it, but there's 3 lifts in the show, and I swear to God, there's some nights I'm going, will I be?
It's weight training. It's very good. It's what you need.
Yeah,
at this age.
but what I found really interesting is the body really responds to. So now I feel my fitness level has gone up, and it just goes to show you at any age.
Yeah.
You know, and then I'll finish the play and just be a couch potato.
Although it's interesting you were talking about the fitness thing, because I just had a session with someone in the gym, and I'd been doing loads of aerobic, and then I got an inflamed ligament in my knee or something. It's so funny. It's like you do anything too much, instant injury at this age.
That's why we don't have sex.
Speak for yourself.
I was not expecting that. Paul, thanks for that.
It's a lie. It's a lie. We're at it all the time.
She said, doing a lot of aerobics is fine when you're in your 20s and 30s, but it's not ideal at all as you get older. It's not ideal. She went, in fact, it stresses the body, can produce cortisol, can lead to belly fat, and the opposite of what you're trying to achieve. And she just the classic thing we hear time and again: resistance training, weight training.
So is that what you're doing now?
Yeah, I have to go to the gym today. Yeah, you do get a little high from it. I'm trying to get a high from doing weights now. I get a high from sitting in the jacuzzi.
Yeah. I get my high.
I read somewhere the saunas are very good, so I make sure I get my good session sitting in the sauna.
Well, I heard that 15 minutes in the sauna is the same as a workout.
And then she said the classic thing, and how's your food? Because it's 80% diet. And I just went, you know,
I know.
80%.
It's so hard to get everything right. And we're doing 8 shows a week, and I'm eating so much food.
Yeah.
I'm just starving.
Oh, well, you
all
need
the time.
You need the energy.
Yeah.
And do they advise you on nutrition these days in the theatre?
In the theatre, no. Do you know what's so nice?
Well,
It's so different to our world where we're going around charity shops trying to get our own costumes for the show.
yeah.
And we're running around putting props out and doing our
Doing
own
everything.
lighting. And doing everything yourself. And selling the show yourself. It's
I
crazy.
felt that when I toured with Louise Newson. She was doing her show about hormones and menopause, and I was doing some comedy in it. And so there was a tour manager and the stage manager tour, and she used to iron my costume every night. And I felt embarrassed by it, so I used to go, look, I'll do my own ironing. But everything's taken care of. Your costume is unpacked, it's hung up, it's ironed.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
and of course in England it's the calls, it's your half hour, your 20, 50, you know.
It's
beginners.
amazing. I love it so much. And
Yeah.
there's so much to put my earrings on.
Did you do the same calls here? Because
Yeah.
you never get the calls in theatres when you do comedy. The half hour is, and is it the same? The half hour is 35 minutes.
Yeah.
It's
The 15 minutes.
The 15 minutes to 20.
Yeah.
And then you get beginners.
Yeah.
And you have to be by the stage.
Yeah.
I thought that was just England.
No.
It's so funny it's here too,
Yeah.
Because they never do it for
No, it's lovely. And then they do things like, you've got an 11 o'clock. We had school shows. So they showed, yesterday they did a live stream to 23,000 people. It was to schools all over the country.
Yeah.
And, they put on breakfast for us. And they're going,
No, I'm thinking 23,000 children. It's your opportunity to go quickly at the end of it. And I'm doing a show and you would love it. You have to. I'm going 23,000 captive. And then you go, where was your marketing opportunity?
I know, but it was free, obviously, for them, and there was outreach, students too, and all that. It was amazing. It's an amazing idea. Katrina Sullivan, basically, the powerhouse behind the whole thing. Fantastic idea.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
And
It was amazing.
I saw some pictures on her social media she had pictures of kids looking at it on the screen in the classroom, and that would have been a live performance. Did you put it on especially for the kids?
There was a live performance for kids.
So they were live in
Yeah.
and it was also
Secondary school, and And they were two, and we did that last week as well, so there's 2 11 o'clock shows, but now it goes back to matinees.
But I think that is just so important to show to that age group to get them interested in theatre.
Yeah.
To keep the audience going.
Yeah.
It was not just about theatre, it's about the topic.
I know it's about the topic, but I just saw what Katrina posted and I thought if I was a kid watching that, I would also be fascinated by just the performers on stage creating this and be more interested, see more of that, or could I do that? Or
Yeah, and they had a Q&A afterwards with Katrina, Sonia and Roisin who directed it. But just Katrina's thing is ask for help. You know, what message would you give to anybody? I mean, there was a young girl in the audience and she got pregnant at 13. She was talking to Katrina after the show and, there was quite a bit. So it was, her message was just ask for help. That's what she did, and she just had the nows. I mean, she did have the nows. Siblings that didn't.
When you hear her story, like both parents were heroin users, and the dysfunction there, it's incredible that she's alive. Yeah, and she got enough. Yeah, she met somebody in recovery, and that really was amazing on Valentine's Day. And Dave is such a lovely guy. He's just so. He's so quiet and shy and solid because she's quite, Yeah. I think he just lets her off. Brilliant.
You go, there. So yeah. But
are you enjoying doing the show?
I'm really enjoying it. I'm really, really enjoying it. But the whole thing is like, and then we're going to have a Prosecco toast because it was 50 shows. And I'm like, there's this for us, and that it's nice.
Do you feel nicely treated?
Yeah, I do.
Good.
Yeah. It's a lovely work, and I think we're really lucky with the crew and the cast. Everybody's so good and so professional.
There's so much work when you're producing and doing your own stuff. It is heaven to be in that environment. It's creative. You're doing what you love to do. You're with other people, so you have that amazing energy and the creativity of the people, and then the support.
I mean, obviously there's pros and cons. Like if you were doing it, I'm listening to the world of acting, going, what's next after this? So you've got that. We create our own work so we can...
No, that's why I couldn't be an actor.
I know.
Everybody's going, we need you. And I went, no, I'm sorry, I can't take the insecurity
calls.
Every day, and we need you to do this. And it's the theatre, it's a betrayal of the theatre and film, Hollywood.
I really admire the way you say no, because you have so much integrity.
No.
And go, that's not my...
No. I'm in Wexford Arts Centre this weekend.
Yeah. No, it's different. It's a different thing.
It's a tough business.
I do remember, you went to drama school, so did I. Yeah. And then obviously we wanted to be actresses back then. And I remember I was about 23 and I went for an audition. And I remember thinking, that's the perfect part for me. That's the perfect part for me, and I want to play that part. And I'm going to go in and audition and get the part and be in that play. And I went in, and there were all these actresses sitting around waiting to be auditioned, didn't get the part. And I went, oh no. I just remember that moment going,
I can't do this.
I can't
I realised that in drama college. I thought, nah. I had been doing comedy before that, and I thought, my love is I'm really interested in my own take on the world and controlling the work. I'm too insecure to give everything over to the whether or not you get a job. Yeah, I mean they do. They all have other jobs. They teach. A lot of them teach I don't know how they do it. They teach in the day and then come in and do the show in the evening. Yeah. So, it just doesn't sustain. And then when you do a job... So you can't some jacuzzi bath all have to do that? No, I have to pretend. You have to pretend? Yeah. I have to pretend I have a side hustle. Yeah. I'm a landscape gardener. Oh, you do your nails in the plant pot before you go in. Oh, yeah, me too. I'm exhausted. Anyway. Yeah. Anyway, on we go.
Your secret's safe with our podcast.
Yeah. So there's only 3 people listening. They're in Ohio. I wonder how they're doing. What was I going to say?
I was telling you one thing when we were talking about dogs, because your caddy is a Shar-Pei.
Yeah.
And I just saw this comment, recently Kate Moss did a famous catwalk ending a show, I think it was Paris or Milan, Fashion Week, and it was a fully backless dress with just showing a little bit of a G-string just at the bottom line. So it was terribly revealing, and you could see now that this is Kate Moss, so there's hardly a pick on her, but there's maybe a little bit of skin slippage down the back.
Yeah.
She is 75 now. And anyway,
Oh, so this is recent.
This is recent, and I was just looking at the comments because one guy wrote underneath, her back looks like a Shar-Pei. Isn't that just so?
Isn't that terrible?
Yeah, but that's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
Because I have a Shar-Pei. Caddy's a Shar-Pei. They're huge, big, fat wrinkles. Like they're just.
Do you ever get people saying, "Oh, look at that dog. He looks like his back like Kate Moss." So you're going to bring the show to England yourself, aren't you?
Myself.
Store is going to.
I'm not bringing it to you.
You're going with them though.
I will go with them. Yeah, we're going to Coventry because she grew up in Coventry, and it's the Belgrade Theatre, and everyone's talking about how it will go down, but it's a universal,
It's a universal story.
Yeah, I think it's gonna. They will have to change a couple of references, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, soften off the thing of coming to Ireland, England, or whatever.
There is a big laugh line there where they go. The problem was this. The problem was England. Yeah. It's so funny.
It gets a laugh in Ireland, but it's so funny because my mum lives in England, and as an immigrant, she would always go, England was very good to me. I don't like seeing people hammering away that truck.
No.
I don't know, because I find English people so, in general, just so welcoming and nice.
Of course.
And we really experienced that tour with the Nunes, and I experienced that tour with Louise, that sometimes they hear them.
Oh no, they won't. No.
Yeah. So I mean, definitely soften those lines.
Yeah. But it'll be interesting. It's a bigger theatre. But I remember watching the show because I got to see it before I auditioned for it, and I remember thinking this show can go into a bigger theatre. Yeah. I remember thinking this is really suited to a bigger space,
And he will go down one foot. Who was I talking to? Was it Sonia? Somebody was telling me that they had 10 or 20 Americans came in to see it, and they did a Q&A with them afterwards to see how it landed with them. And they didn't get the story at all. It was, why didn't you do this? Why don't you? Because it was, I guess there's such an activity. There's not an, it's about survival, and maybe it's a denial that how dark life can be or something.
Yeah.
And Americans always have it solved by the end of the episode.
Whereas in fact it really resonates with, there's a huge fentanyl crisis and drug crisis there and blah.
Oh.
So why don't we end this episode by telling everyone how many more dates are left in the gate? Can they go and see it, or is it sold out?
There is cancellation lists, so it is there is cancellation. The box office will probably say, "Oh, it's not worth it. There's X amount of people on the cast."
Always returns.
It's always returns, and it's always worth trying to get to see. And it's really well worth seeing because she's put so much work into it. And Sonia's written a really, really amazing piece on her website. Oh. It's so beautifully written about the process and how it came about. And there's been so many really amazing, almost spiritual things that happened in terms of casting and how it came about. And just this, it's been so, there's a real organic thing to it.
And I love the epilogue at the end. Sorry, I cut across you, but I love the epilogue at the end where they talk about structural inequality. I think that's so true in Ireland because the division of wealth here is...
Yes. And I just say, Kathy Burke came to see the show. When? A couple of weeks ago.
Did you meet Kathy Burke?
I didn't meet her. She shooted off after. She shot off.
She shot off.
She shooted.
She shot herself back.
Okay. You've ruined that. That's great. Kathy, what came to see it? That's
fantastic. I believe it. Aidan Kelly was in the show. He was fabulous in the show. He's such a great actor. I'm working with acting royalty. I'm learning so much.
Aidan from years back in London. Yeah.
But I'm really learning from them. But Aidan goes, How are you with knowing about people coming in? And before I got a chance to respond, he just goes, because Kathy works in tonight. And I went, what? Because Kathy and Roisin worked together a lot. So
Did she love it?
She loved it, yeah. Apparently she loved it, yeah. Yeah. So I was.
But she was in another amazing film on a similar topic called
Nail by Mel.
Yes, of course.
So when is the final week of this show?
I think there's 5. I'm so bad with dates, but
Can I just say Kathy Burke had a similar thing?
Give us the month.
Well, can I just say Kathy Burke had a similar thing, surviving. I think her dad drank, and she was really tough. So
Yeah.
she's a survival story too.
yeah, she's a great woman. She's amazing.
Wonderful. Yeah.
I think we've 5 more weeks left, and then we've a week in Coventry. But we're actually over there for a couple of weeks because we have to re-tech it. It's really techy. The show is crazy techy, so we'll have 2 to 3 days of teching, and bring the whole set over and It's interesting.
Fantastic. So will we end on that note and we push this show ahead of other shows?
What are you doing? Anne Gilgy will be in.
Works for girls, actually.
Well, last week.
Oh, last week, sorry. When
This is going out. This is going out next Thursday.
I'll be endlessly around the country. I am doing my fabulous show, Further Adventures in Woman. Paul, sell it for me. I can't sell myself.
Anne Gildee is going to be bringing her show to Board and Brood on the 4th of April and the Civic Tala on the 11th of April.
Mm-hmm.
And many more dates that you'll find on her website.
You have to go and see it. It's so funny. It's brilliant.
Thank you.
Excellent. Any final goodbyes to the people in Ohio?
Hey, John, Pete, and Chris.
John, Pete, and Chris in Ohio. Email us. We're waiting for the email.
Well, I think Chris is a man. It could be a woman. Christina. Thanks for listening again.
Yeah.
We wouldn't be here without you.
And we hope that you enjoyed hearing about, and that thing I said about Americans not enjoying horror because they don't like negativity. Take that however you want it.
Yes.
But
Negatively.
no.
Oh, and you can email us on.
Yeah, we do that in the credits. It's okay.
Oh, we do. We don't record it.
Oh, and Paul, when you do the video, can you put up some pictures of adorable Patch?
We will. There'll be some lovely pictures of Patch on YouTube.
Patch.
But that's the thing. One final thing. We encourage people to watch episodes because of how fantastic you guys look when you're chatting to each other.
Episodes, we look great. We're glowing. I mean, sunflowers.
Sue is appearing in the Gate Theatre in Sonia Kelly's adaptation of Poor by Katrina O'Sullivan until April 26th. Anne is touring nationwide with her show Further Adventures in Womaning. Details can be found at annegildee.com/shows.
If you want to respond to any of the hilarity and stuff we've been talking about,
Or give us topics to chat on.
yes, indeed, you can email us sueannehalfhourishshow@gmail.com.
Brought to you by Sue Collins and Anne Gildee. Producer Paul Farron.
Sue Show!
Half Hourish Show.